Okay, back for this last session about Sadlier Connect. Thank you for joining me. If you have checked out all five, if not, thanks for joining me now. So, for the last part, we're going to focus on assignments. This assignments tab here. And I think I might jump into the lesson planner and just kind of point out one thing for that. For the reports tab, we're not quite there yet. I'm going to actually need some data so that we can see some reports and kind of break that section down. So again, we're going to focus on the assignments. Now, right now, when you log into Sadlier Connect, you'll notice that you're on the dashboard. And on your dashboard, you have a section that says assignments. So when you first come in, it'll show you things that you currently have ready to be graded. And if you have this bar over here, of course, that means you could scroll up and down. And I can look again by status, submitted, assignments that are in progress, or assignments that have not been started. And so there's no action when you're just looking that way. However, if you go to ready to grade, it'll kick you into the assignments tab to work on grading those assignments. So I have two assignments here. Both of these assignments were posted on my students' Google Classroom. The first one is sorted out, and the next one is thinking right. To sort it out, I'm going to go ahead and click on grade. Okay, so I'm in the grade assignment listed 3, sort it out, and I'll see here I have my student. If I had a drop down, I could, if I had more students, I could hit my drop down and go to the next student. Here I also have the option to grade it as complete or incomplete. And so for this one, I'm going to say it is incomplete. If I wanted to clear this assignment for the student, I could press clear right here. And I'm going to go back and put a note that says, please use all words. And I'm going to click on save. Of course, depending on the grade level, will determine if students can read that or if parents should be reading it at home, or if you shouldn't leave a note and you should just talk to the student in class to let them know why they received the incomplete grade or not. Okay, once you finish grading it, you're going to need to click this little arrow here to throw you back into either your dashboard or assignments. And you'll notice here that it's gone from ready to grade, which means that it's been graded. If I also jump into assignments, you'll also see that it's gone from here as well. So I have one more assignment that needs to be graded, and I'm actually going to do it from assignments. Same assignment is here under dashboard, under ready to grade. Doesn't matter which way you go. When I go here, I'll see my start date, end date, status, of course what classroom it is, and I can click here to view the resource to see what it is that I need to grade. I can go back, and then I can click here to actually grade the assignment. So here you'll notice that I put this one as a point assignment. So just click on the picture to have the audio read aloud, and then they're supposed to pick the letter that matches the sound. So if I hit the sound here, if I won't hear it, I just hit mute. But of course it will say the name of the picture, which is Ant, and the answer is A, and the student chose A. However, for milk, for some reason, the student chose G. And so if it's 10 points, assuming this is half, correct, I'm going to give them 5. And again, to turn it in or to make it be accepted as a graded assignment, I'm going to hit that arrow so that it will go in as graded. So now I can look here and I can see everything is graded. If I go back over to my dashboard, again, I'll see my assignments. If I click on ready to grade, I have no assignments ready to grade right now. So let's go look from a student's view what they see after things are graded. Okay, here we go. Looking at the student view now. So of course the student has 2 ways to view it, from Google Classroom or directly from Sadlier Connect, depending on how you work with your students. So I'm going to start with Google Classroom, and I'm going to click on classwork, and I'll see my student has a couple assignments, and some of these we've actually graded, but we're not actually seeing a grade for. I see this one was assigned, but that one hasn't been done yet. incomplete. And so it looks like the ones that are gray are the ones that were actually uh, at least marked as done in Google Classroom. So even when the student goes on Sadlier Connect, if you're using Google Classroom, you may want to have them mark it as done. That way they'll know that they actually completed the lesson. Totally up to you, just depending on how deep you are with Google Classroom. So that's neither here nor there. Here are 3 things that I know my student has completed. And so again, the students won't see grades here unless we sync them. They won't see grades unless we sync them, and we'll show in a second how that has to work. So now I'm going to jump over to Sadlier Connect. I'm just going to do a refresh. And as the student goes in, they have a dashboard as well. And this is what their dashboard looks like. It's going to show their books. It's going to show whatever assignments they have not started, or assignments they started but maybe not completed. And then it'll also show some assignments graded. So I see this one is incomplete. I see this one was marked complete. So that means they got all the credit. They don't need to do anything. This one that was marked incomplete, to sort it out, let's click on view. And here's my teacher note. Please use all words. And so as a student, I know that I got an incomplete because I did not use all the words. And so I'm going to go back. And I'm going to look at lesson 2, Think and Write, which is the one where they got 5 points on. And I can go to view here. And I actually didn't leave a teacher note for this one, so they may not understand why they only got the points that they got. Or maybe they will know, because if they go over, whoops, to G and M, they'll see they got that one wrong, and they can see they got this one right. And it looks like I missed a picture, but that's okay. Alrighty. So now I'm going to jump to assignments again, just like from the dashboard. Same thing, they'll be able to see their assignments. If I jump to grades, again, they'll be able to see what was graded. So now we're going to take a look at Sadlier from a teacher perspective and see if we can get some of these grades to sync to Google Classroom. All right, so what I want to see right now, what I'm seeing is everything that I've assigned. But what I want to see is just my class, and I want to see anything that is actually graded. And I'm going to click on Apply Filter. And so I have those 3 things that have been graded. And you'll notice here it says Sync Grade to Google. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Sync Grade to Google. It's going to give me an option of which items I want to sync to Google. And I'm putting a check here, but I see that it's not letting me pick any of them. So that is the gist of grading the assignments. Again, right now, as far as I know, the syncing grade to Google is either not working, or the assignments that I picked are not assignments that will sync to Google. So just kind of keep that in mind. I think most people are not actually using that grading in Google anyway, but just in case, if you grade it, students can always come here to see their grades. All right, last piece of this video is the lesson planner. And so of course you can create a lesson in here, which I doubt anybody will highly do. However, something that I found useful that you can actually do is kind of just put like a reminder for yourself to do something. And so what I did for next week is I clicked on create a lesson, and then it gives me the option to do a lesson or an assessment. And so over the assessment, I picked the fluency check, and I just picked which fluency check, which lesson, and it threw all of this information in here for me, which I thought was really, really cool. So on the 8th, when I open up Sadlier, I won't forget that that's the day I want to do this fluency check. And so it puts the fluency check right here so I can see it, pull it up, print it if necessary for each student so I can get my fluency check done. So I thought that was just something really cool that you could actually plan with the lesson planner, not necessarily putting in every single lesson for every day you're going to do something, but just as a holding spot, if you will, for things that you know you want to do and you don't want to forget to do with your class.